Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be talking about how to cope in remission. So I think this is a very important topic to talk about because I think remission is very underestimated, and I totally underestimated it when I came out of treatment. It is actually harder than you think because there's a lot of mix of emotions. Whilst you're excited, it's also a very anxious time, and I feel like going from treatment to remission is a big jump because it's almost like two separate lives, because there's no more blood tests, there's no more chemo, radiotherapy, all the horrible treatments. So it is very scary to get back into some type of normality. So in today's video I want to give you guys some advice and tips on how to cope in remission. My first piece of advice is that it's okay to need support during remission. Just because you're in remission doesn't mean that you're not entitled from support, and doesn't mean that you have to go and fend for yourself. Because a lot of us coming into remission, we have complex problems such as PTSD, anxiety, chronic fatigue syndrome, the list goes on. And just because we're in remission doesn't mean that we're expected to deal with those things ourselves. So it is really important that if you are still feeling those things in remission, that you do talk to your doctors, because it is very difficult to deal with it yourself. Following on from that, my next piece of advice is to ease into normality at your pace. So you'll get some people who go into remission and start doing all the normal stuff that they can, such as like school, work, hobbies, but then there are some people that need a little bit extra time just to get used to it, and it's okay. You're not expected to just go straight into school or work again. Like, just do it in your own pace and at your own time. Like for instance, you could do a part-time schedule at school or work, and that really does help, because you can't be expected after doing all that treatment just to go slap bang into a full-time schedule again. It's just not achievable for everyone. So just remember that everybody's different, that we all go at our different paces. Especially if you're coming from intensive chemotherapy to remission, then that is a huge jump. So you need to make sure that you do it at your pace and do what's right for you. It's so important in remission that you keep listening to your body, because your body is still recovering and healing from the treatment. So you need to make sure that you're not overworking it, because then you could get ill again. My next piece of advice is to embrace remission and live life to the full. I think this is such an important piece of advice because it's so important that you just take your chance. That's what my consultant said to me. Don't bother worrying about relapse and remission. Just, take your chance, do your bucket list ideas, live life to the full, because you could only get a few months in remission, or maybe a couple years, and then you have to go through treatment again or relapse, whatever it is. And it's so important that you do take the chance whilst you have it. I know I hear too many times that people are saying, oh, I won't book anything or do anything in the first year of remission just in case I do relapse. But I don't think that is the right thing to do, in my opinion, because I think even if it is just a year, you should do everything that you possibly can do. Because say if you did relapse after a year in remission, then you want to look back at that period in remission as the best time ever. So I think it is really important that you do get doing stuff, because at the end of the day you deserve it, because you just finished all that treatment. You should go and do the stuff that you really want to do and enjoy. My last piece of advice is to beat down Xiety. So I know this sounds crazy and weird, but you shouldn't worry too much, because you shouldn't worry about the unknown. Because say if you feel fine but you're super anxious for scans just in case they do reveal a relapse, try not to worry about them too much, because you want to try and distract yourself from that, because it's just going to make you feel down if you worry about it a lot. And if you worry about Xiety, then it does easily consume your mind, and it does really invade your whole life. And I know it's hard not to worry about it, but just try and avoid it as much as you can, because say if you did relapse, then you don't want to be looking at your time in remission as you just worrying over everything. Instead, you want to be living your best life. And I'd also say that there's no point worrying about something that you don't know is going to happen, because no one knows if they're going to relapse or not. It's such an uncertain and unpredictable thing, so you may as well just live in the moment and live life rather than worry for something that may not actually happen. If you're watching this video and you're about to go into remission, or you're in the early stages of remission, then I just want to say congratulations. That is so amazing that you finished your treatment, you've come out stronger than cancer. That is absolutely the best thing ever, so I want to wish you all the best for the future. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I really hope this video helped you. I'm actually wearing my straight out of chemo top in recognition of this video, because when I went into remission I bought this top so that I could show it off and say, oh yeah, this girl just got off of chemo. So I'll leave the link down below for one of these tops. I don't know if they're still being sold or not, but you should definitely go grab yourself one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.